groovy.
I got some new games. Oh, what a glorious day. Oh, get new games. The kids show you can wait.
Hello, everybody. Jim here with some more video game pickups coming to you unshaven, unwashed, and unkempt. Because I just got home from work and school and kind of tired, a little bit disheveled, kind of a long day. But I wanted to shoot this video because it's been a long time since I've done like two pickups videos like so closely together. The last one I posted was like a week ago. But I came across a little bit of a goldmine of gaming. They opened up a new Surugaya, which a couple of people had told me about, and I hadn't gone to it yet. And then over the weekend, I went with my friend Dan, and man, it was just, they had a lot of games. So I'm definitely going to be back in there pretty soon, as soon as I get paid. But I want to go in there and maybe bring the camera in there, do a few pans and stuff. I don't know, the people at Surugaya might not be totally cool with me shooting in there, that's the struggle, people. I'm not a rude person. I like to follow the rules, but god damn it, I got a YouTube channel, and there's video games out there, and I want it, and people want to see it. But yeah, new Surugaya, tons and tons of games. It was awesome. I didn't get all of these games at that Surugaya, but I did get a chunk of them. So it was awesome. I'll be back there, but for the time being, before I get too tired to continue to carry on, let's do this. Let's look at some games. First up, this game right here, Urusei Yatsura Ramu no Wedding Bell, or Lum's Wedding Bell, based on the anime of the same name, Urusei Yatsura. This game is a platformer. It's like single screen. The screen just pans up and down, and you're Lum, and you have to go up these floors. Each stage is like a different level of school, but there's like a fire coming up from below, and there are escalators and trampolines that you have to use to go up the floors, and there are like monsters and like men in like black suits and all these other kinds of things trying to kill you. They don't want you to get up there. You got to get to the roof and get to your UFO, and the whole point is to get to the end of the game and get married to whoever the male protagonist is. I don't recall because I haven't watched this show in like a million bajillion years. This game, I can say technically it's not really that good. Like, it doesn't play all that well, and the graphics aren't really great, and neither is the sound design, but I can't stop playing it because it frustrates me so much, because I want to get to the end of it, and having a lot of trouble doing that. But for whatever reason, I'm having fun with it, despite the fact that I can admit technically it's not really all that good. Urusei Yatsura Lum's Wedding Bell. Not terrible, I'll say that. This game I picked up because it was like $5. This game is called Bird Week, which is just a fantastic name for a video game, isn't it? This game, I think, maybe was made with the intention of like it was going to be played by like preschoolers or something. Because, I mean, if you've never seen this game, you are a mother bird and you have some little baby birds, and you fly through the air and you snatch up butterflies and bring them back to the nest to feed your birds until they can fly away, and that's the end of the stage. And then in there, just kind of like flying around real slow, is like this other big bird that can kill you, and then there's like other animals and stuff that'll kill you. But just like the simplest controls of like any Famicom game I've ever played. And plus just like the art design and everything is kind of like Disney-esque, I guess. Makes me think that this was intended for tiny little children, and despite some people's arguments to the contrary, I am not a child. I am a man. You could maybe make the argument that I'm a man-child, but at the very least, man is the prefix in there. But Bird Week, that's a video game. This game, really awesome. I actually already had a loose cart, but I came across a complete copy in a book off near my apartment. And the price was right. It's KonamiYY World. And this game is really cool because it combines a lot of characters from all of Konami's properties from the 80s. You start off with Konami Man and Konami Woman, and then as you play through the game, you go to like all these different areas, and you can unlock other characters like Simon Belmont, and I think Goemon, and Fuma from Getsu Fumadin, and Mikey from the Goonies. That's actually him on the box, right there, with his little slingshot. I do believe that's him. There's even King Kong in here, Twinbee, the Vic Viper. This game is really cool. It's kind of tricky to navigate sometimes, a little cryptic with some of the things you have to do. The second game I actually tend to prefer because it's just like a straightforward platformer, and I'm a straightforward platformer kind of guy. But this game is still really, really good for Konami fans, especially if you're a fan of 80s Konami. This game is fantastic. I'd recommend giving it a try if you are indeed a Konami fan. KonamiYY World. Great game. The one Super Famicom game I got is a series I've been trying to collect as many games for as possible because I really like this series. Thank you very much, Mr. Happy Console Gamer. This is Ys 4 for the Super Famicom, and the subtitle is Mask of the Sun. And the subtitle for the PC Engine one is The Dawn of Ys. So I actually have not started playing this one yet. So I'm guessing the plot is going to be different, but just looking at the screenshots, it looks like the gameplay is the same as Part 4. It's the classic Ys style of just careening into enemies and praying for the best. So I am looking forward to getting started on this one. I've played through most of the one on the PC Engine, which is a fantastic game, by the way. Ys 4 is, I don't know, maybe my favorite one on the PC Engine. I like Book 1 and 2. That's really good. And then 3 I like as well, even though it's like pretty short, but it's a fun action game. 4 is just like, it has the classic Ys style, and the cutscenes are like some of the best on the console. So I am looking forward to getting started with this, and happy to add it to the Ys collection, which is still growing at the moment. Ys 4, Mask of the Sun on the Super Famicom. And next up, got some games for the PC Engine and PlayStation, in particular the PlayStation games I've really been enjoying. First up, a copy of Columns on HuCard. And I like Columns. It's a really fun game, very simple. One of my favorite like old school puzzle games along with Tetris. So I like the game a lot. The only thing I find kind of quizzical about the PC Engine version is that it's published by CD Lasersoft, who, as the name implied, they published a lot of games for the PC Engine CD, like games in the Valis series, and I think Red Alert, and, a handful of others. And then, for whatever reason, they publish Columns, and not even on CD. So I don't know what the deal is with that, but there's not much to say about this. It's just good old-fashioned Columns, but it's on your PC Engine. Next up, this game is called Travel Epuru. But the side in the English, it's like Travel Epule, but Travel Epuru. This game, I picked it up because it was like $10 or something. You are a girl in a penguin suit, and then there's a boy in a penguin suit, and then there's an actual penguin, and you walk around on various maps, like they're going around the world, and you just fight with these other characters, and you can like pick up bats and stuff and beat them with it, or like throw bombs at them, and that's all you do in this game. You got a little arena to fight in, and you fight other characters, and you're a little kid in a penguin suit. This game makes precious little sense, but it's pretty fun. I was enjoying it, and the graphics and sound are at least pretty good. It's from Riot Entertainment, and they're games that even if they weren't that great in the gameplay department, they usually were pretty good about including like cool cutscenes and pretty good music and stuff like that. So this is an enjoyable game. It's just it's kind of damn weird. I don't know whose idea this was, but there it is anyway. Travel Epuru, another addition to the old PC Engine collection. And this game, really awesome. It was super cheap too. It was like $8, and it was like brand new. It's in perfect condition, spine card and everything. But this is Panic Bomber, and I like this game a lot. It's a Bomberman puzzle game. Pretty sure Panic Bomber games were released on like Super Famicom and maybe other stuff too, probably on the Saturn. and whatever else. I like Panic Bomber. Essentially, it's like playing a game of Puyo Puyo, except instead of Puyos, you have Bomberman heads, and then you also drop bombs in there, and then you drop a red bomb, and it blows everything up, and it's fun. And you can play against the computer or competitive with multiplayer, and that's basically it. Puyo Puyo with bombs in it. If you like the sound of that, you would like Panic Bomber. These next 3 games, all for the PlayStation. First up, Mad Stalker Full Metal Force. Yeah, Full Metal Force. This is a side-scrolling beat-em-up, but it's on a strictly like 2D plane, kind of like like Ninja Warriors and X-Men Mutant Apocalypse. But it plays pretty fast. Like, you can dash around. You have a couple of different attack buttons, and also like X-Men Mutant Apocalypse, you can do special moves with like Shoryuken and Hadouken button presses, and then you get like a super move as well that you can use to like blast enemies with like big guns and all kinds of stuff like that. And there's also like a versus mode, and that plays more like just a regular like 2D fighter. But this game is pretty damn good. I actually sat and played through the single player mode last night. I am a huge beat 'em up fan, enthusiast, if you will. Final Fight, Streets of Rage, Ninja Turtles, and Warriors of Fate, and Dungeons and Dragons, and just all. I mean, if there's a beat 'em up out there, chances are I've played it. And this was my first time playing this one, and I liked it a lot. This one I can recommend playing. Pretty expensive game, but pretty damn fun. Good graphics and sound. Mad Stalker Full Metal Force. There you go. Next up, another game so awesome. This one published by Enix. It's called Poppin' Tanks. And Poppin' Tanks is a game where you got these kind of cute little tanks, and you're dropped into an arena and you fight the other tank. It's like a car combat game, except you have little tanks. They almost look like little RC tanks, but they're not. And that's it. You drive around the arena, you blast each other with machine guns and your tank cannon, and then you have these like super bombs that you have a limited amount of. It's fun. The graphics are great and colorful. The soundtrack is good, and all the character designs. I don't know if you can see that. Have a look at that, if that'll come into focus for you. The character designs, they look like they were done by whoever the person is that did the Otomedius games, like Otomedius Gorgeous and Excellent, which is a good thing. I like the art design in those games. So Poppin' Tanks. This was like a really a delightful surprise. I had heard of it before but never played it, and I saw it, and I think again at Sudagaya this was like $10 or something, between 10 and 15, and I said yes to that, and I'm glad I did, because I was having a lot of fun playing this game last night. And finally, last but certainly not least, this game is just what a treasure. It is called Gachi Oh. And what Gachi Oh is you're a little boy whose father, I guess, is mad that you're such a little wuss, so he kind of tosses you down a pit at the beginning. But it's a puzzle game where you're the little boy and you'll be on a board, it's a floor layout, and there are these little monsters that are all just like disgusting bodily function monsters. So one is an armpit stench monster. One is like a big nose monster with lots of snot and boogers coming out. Another one is a monster with like a giant mouth and his tongue coming out. And then another one is just an ass with wings. It's a flying ass. This game has a flying ass in it. And basically what it is on the board you have your goal. And every time you move your character, the monsters move as well. And each one moves differently. So one will mimic your movements, the other one will do the opposite, and then the other two will do some other variation of those. And the whole purpose of the game is you have a limited amount of moves you can make to get to the goal, and you've just got to navigate your way there and just be mindful of the movements of the monsters while you move to get to the goal. And it starts out really easy, just like one monster to deal with, but then they start incorporating more and more. And soon enough, this game becomes very challenging, a very tricky puzzle game. And I was playing it a lot last night and really, really enjoying it. This is a true little treasure right here in Gachi Oh. Loving this game, really. Hard to explain, how fun it is, and how challenging and kind of unique it is. Little boy, disgusting monsters, a flying ass, puzzle game. I mean, the game has it all, people. In Gachi Oh for the PlayStation. If you get a chance, play it. Look it up on YouTube. Look up some video footage. I'll have some playing over here. But go check it out. Watch that intro video. You're gonna love it. But yeah, I mean, there he is, right there, buddy, on the cover of the game, an ass with wings. I love Japan so much. I mean, not for any of the typical things like people are like, oh, you must really love, like, you know, the anime and the video game stuff. That's all great, but I mean, you're putting flying asses on the cover of your PlayStation games. I mean, god damn it, your country, you're doing something right. I mean, disclaimer, that's not the only reason I like it here. There's more than just the flying asses. There's all kinds of cool stuff out there. Oh, okay. Parched after talking so much and having a long day. Alright, everybody, that's all the pickups for this video. Definitely down in the comments, let me know what you thought of these games, what you would like to see a little bit more of. Some of you may have noticed that I started a new series on this channel called Import Game of the Day, where a few times a week, those are intended to just be like short little, tiny little videos that I can get a few out a week and just show people some cool imports. They're not replacing Show Reviewkin. They're like much shorter versions of Show Reviewkin, like 2 to 3 minutes each. Because I guess I'm not going to really be doing those ones anymore where I do like 5 games in a video and the video ends up being like 20 something minutes and it takes a hell of a long time to make them. These, they're 2 to 3 minutes and you get a few of them a week, and you know, it doesn't take me that long to make them. It's not that, you know, stressful on me, and you get to see some cool games. Everybody wins. And also, I will say, I said it at the beginning of the first video, but I'll say it again. My buddy Sarumaru made the intro for that series, and I'm very happy with it. So again, go and check out Sarumaru's channel. I'll put a link in the description. A friend of mine, whenever he comes out to Tokyo, we try to hang out, go do some boozing, do some karaoke. He's also a really great artist. He's the creator and designer of FX Unit Yuki, and he's done a ton of other artwork. All the artwork on this channel, the little chibi anime versions of me, he did all of those. And he's also a really good editor as well. Like I said, he made that intro for me, which I was very appreciative of. So go and check out his channel. Go to the link in the description. Also, all of these games, I go out and I pick up games, I go to arcades, whatever else. I take pictures, I put them on my Instagram, I put stuff on my Facebook and my Twitter. I never really talk about that kind of stuff on this channel very much. All my social media stuff is kept kind of separate. But I just will say this time, if you want to see like bonus materials, behind the scenes pictures and stuff like that, in the description I always put my Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook in there, so you can go and check out all the Kidster You Can branded stuff if you want to. And that's it. Thank you everybody for watching. I hope you saw some games you liked. Again, let me know down in the comments what you thought of them and what you'd like to see a little more of. Definitely all 3 of these PlayStation games will end up being import games of the day at some point, because they are all awesome. But yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching, everybody, listening to me ramble on. Thank you for liking, subscribing, sharing, commenting, etc., etc. Thank you for being you. Thank you for being a friend. Thank you for being a viewer. Thank you for just watching my video and tolerating me. Yes, thank you for tolerating me. And I will see you all next time. Take care, everybody. Goodbye.